Hello everyone, Jake is the guy here, and this is a video I sent to Machinima Realm quite some time ago, I believe, three or so months ago, and I put in way too much effort for it to be wasted, but clearly Machinima Realm didn't really want to upload it despite my hours and hours of painstaking Photoshop editing and all that good stuff. Now, I've had to pop it back into Vegas to remove, the Realm pre-rolls and post-rolls. So there will be a couple of references to Machinima and Realm in the video. Don't think I'm going crazy. Tell me what you thought of the video in the comments. I'd be interested to know. I was kind of disappointed Machinima didn't upload this, but it's their channel. They can do what they want with it. So enjoy. Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls at Machinima Realm. My name is Jake, or Jake is the guy, as my Xbox Live gaming tag. No PSN ID unfortunately, and this is the first episode of my SimCity 4 playthrough. Hopefully we're going to be building a mass metropolis in our world here. This is going to be something you guys can help out too by suggesting ideas in the comments box, things you want me to buy or place around the map, and being able to name your own cities hopefully, but more about that in a minute. Let's get this started. One thing I'm going to do is, I recorded about an hour's worth of footage, and I'm hopefully going to try and compress that down to between 10 and 15 minutes per episode, so you guys don't see, boring things like, me building up the infrastructure with roads and things, so I can kind of speed up to make it a little bit more interesting. I generally find it hard to come up with good city names, so this is where you come in. Before I load up the game from now on, I'll look in the comments section of the previous video and choose some good ideas to name my city. You will also get the recognition as your YouTube username will become the mayor's name too. So jump down into those comments and start writing down your ideas. Now you can see I've sped this area up because I'm pretty much just laying down some infrastructure, using avenues of my main road in and out of the city, putting down some residential areas to attract people and then commercial areas for them to build up their business, as well as using the gas power station because it produces only moderate pollution as opposed to heavy pollution by the coal variant. Although it produces less power, it'll kind of keep my city ticking for now until I need to upgrade to something larger when I get more people. Now, as you can see, I have the day-night mode on for, just the aesthetic quality it provides. I mean, I quite like seeing my city at night time, but if it annoys you, then tell me in the comment section and I'll put it to either always day or always night. I mean, I don't particularly mind, but whatever makes you guys happy makes me happy as well. Now, as most guys have already guessed, because this place is called Capital, it's kind of going to be the capital of my little world, the central location. So this is why it's going to be kind of comprised of everything. I mean, there's going to be some residential, going to be some commercial, and there's also going to be a little bit of industry in the corner, but it's going to try and be a little more high-tech rather than the gas-guzzling, dirt-polluting, low-density industrial that will kind of go on in some other areas. I mean, there's going to have to be places for everything. I mean, hopefully some little residential places, little kind of housing estate worlds, or cities rather. And there's going to be some agricultural places as well, just to, kind of provide a little bit of everything whilst not messing up the kind of sway of the whole place, because if you have too much of, dirty industry in an area where there's lots of residential, then people aren't going to want to go there. Now, not much really happens in this next couple of minutes. I mean, I built another residential area well within the limits of the amenity I built next to the commercial area, as well as just kind of rejigging around some of the taxes and, money in and out, doing the kind of standard mayoral paychecks, making sure everything gets its funding, but not spending too much on something, because right now my natural gas power plant is producing way too much power than it needs to. I mean, I've got around, between 100 and 1,000 people living here, so it doesn't need to work at full capacity. So I'm going to save some money there by kind of toning it down a little, kind of making some redundancies and, kind of trying to balance it out between need and consumption. Now, this is when you guys need to start paying attention. Now, as I said earlier, I don't really want to have masses of agricultural land in my capital, but what I am going to do is I'm going to use one of the plots, or a couple of the plots rather, below the capital as my agricultural zone. I'm going to fill that out with agriculture, and despite the fact on the map it's only a single block away from what's eventually going to be, residential houses, it doesn't affect the desirability. So we're going to be able to share power with this little area and trade and jobs and all that jazz. So hopefully it's going to turn into a nice little partnership deal here that we can you know, all love each other and get along, which kind of sounds slightly homo, but I'm not. Now here's evidence to back up the fact that I'm not very good at making names for cities. This place is just called Farmland because that's what it is, and I wasn't really sure who to put as the mayor, so I just put, you know, no one as the mayor there, to have it as a kind of open land held by the community. But I have a couple of little struggles trying to get everything connected up. That's one of the problems with SimCity 4 is sometimes it's a little difficult to get things to happen as you wish, but don't worry, we get that all sorted out in the end, and they do in fact manage to get power to their fields, which kind of doesn't make much sense, seeing as you don't really need power in a farmhouse. But well, that's the way of Maxis and the SimCity games. Now I head back to Capital to try and link things out from the other side, try and get the power and the roads interconnected, so that we can have this as a fully functioning place for people to go work, and then they can come and live, shop, spend money, and receive power from Capital. There you just got the joy of seeing me try and use avenues to connect two places, and I didn't realise at the time that you can only connect two cities with roads or with motorway. Avenues do not work, so I kind of discover that in a minute. But now what I decided to do is try and make it more desirable by putting in a little health clinic, a police station, and a school, because people aren't going to come if they don't think, you know, their children aren't going to get an education, or they might be assaulted on the streets. So I decided to build them, try and get more people to come, and I think it works. I think some more people move in, and also some people want some high desirability housing, high density housing. You can tell by there's a little graph, a little bar chart, and that'll show you what people want, and you generally want to build what people want, but it can be a little deceptive sometimes, because even if you've got, you know, the whole place full of agriculture, it'll still say it once more, so you've kind of got to learn the little ups and downs of the little graph there. Here I decided to jump back to farmland to try and settle my energy and travel woes, and this is where I actually learned that you need to use the road or motorway to connect two cities, but I still haven't managed to get the power lines to connect up yet. I'm not entirely sure if they have to be in the, you know, same space between the two worlds. I mean, if they actually have to be literally one space apart, as opposed to just by the edges, but I believe I sort that out sometime soon, and the agriculture finally manages to build up, and some jobs start getting brought in by that little connection to Sim World, as I think they call it. By the time I go back to Capital, it seems that some more residents have moved in, but fortunately it's not enough for, you know, the local school and doctors, and they start complaining because they don't have enough pupils and patients, which kind of seems a bit mean, how the doctors are complaining that they don't have enough sick people to treat. But I have to drop down the funding on that. Not only does that, you know, make some people a little more happy, but it also kind of saves me some money, because in the end I am going to want to make money out of this rather than, you know, be expending all my cash on building things and taxes. Unfortunately that brings an end to the first episode here. It's been pretty epic for me. It took about 5 hours to edit, and another hour obviously to get all the gameplay, so I hope you enjoyed this little 10-minute video. If you want to see some more videos like this, you know, kind of continue on the series, then please show me some love in the comment section, as well as posting down some names of cities you'd like to see. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.